It's Lisa here with a love note for February 1st. Welcome to February. The guides came in this morning, and sometimes they come in with messages that make me go, oh no. And then they turn it around into an, oh yay. So that was kind of one of the roller coaster, rides with the guides this morning. Um, but they came in with a reminder that our body, like our physical body, is actually incredibly important and critical in this process of up-leveling our consciousness, or in this process of holding more light. They talked about how oftentimes people like disassociate with their bodies. They spend so much time in their head or spend so much time in meditation and prayer and other things where they're out of their bodies, like in their spirit, in their spirit instead of in their bodies, that they're missing an opportunity to anchor um, higher frequency energies, higher levels of light into not only the body, but like each individual cell, each individual atom, even every single electron. Our bodies are powerful tools and powerful, anchors of light and of higher energy on the planet. And we're actually really lucky to be walking around with physical bodies to help us through these times of transition. Now, when they first came in, it was a little bit of a, hey, just to give you a heads up, things could get a little crazy, over the next month. Those messages, when they come in, I'm not such a big fan of. I'd rather have the heads up than not. But they did say, and I'll just quote what they said. They said, February is poised to be an energetically turbulent month across the globe. They said from political insurrections to energetic clearings from Mother Earth that will feel extreme. This is like extreme weather patterns or, volcanoes, earthquakes, tornadoes, weird snowstorms, tsunamis. Who knows? I don't know exactly what they were talking about. But all of those are, you know, ways that the planet gives off energy or manages, her own energy. But they said from the political insurrections to energetic clearings of the earth, it will be a month of elevated energies and fear rising to the surface. So that was kind of, hey, brace yourself. Stuff's coming, is basically, kind of what they were saying. And they weren't saying any of this in a way to incite fear or to, encourage, let's all go freak out or anything. But it was more as, hey, things could get a little weird, but remember, you've got tools. Remember to be the calm eye in the center of the hurricane when things get weird. Remember to use your breath to, help release negative stored energies or emotions from your body. You can use your breath to blow it out. One of the things I visualize is like blowing negativity or junk from inside my body out into like a purple tornado. It's just the vision I get in my head, and let this purple tornado just take it away and transmute it and clear it. And they said, and also, um, remember to stay grounded yet flexible. Grounded yet flexible. And I thought that was really good advice. And then this was kind of weird. They said, you are creating your own ascension timeline and path. And I specifically asked said, oh, you mean humanity is? And they said, well, yeah, but we're talking about you. You personally are creating your own ascension timeline and path, which I thought was weird. And I said, okay, tell me more. And they said, by staying out of the fray, you're clearing a path of greater ease and grace through love. So just a reminder that even when things are getting rocky or energetically turbulent out around us, by kind of riding above that fray, by riding on top of the waves instead of letting the waves swamp us, with all the weird energy, that we can actually create and clear a path that allows us to move through it with greater ease and grace through remaining committed to love. And so, kind of an invitation there as well. Then they turned the conversation to pleasure. Thank you. So if you're going to give me the bad news, I'm glad that you bring in, the good news too. And they did talk about pleasure being a path for actually embodying more light, for allowing like the cells within our body to hold higher frequencies of energy. They said basically, you get to decide what kind of energy your body holds. You can walk around with your body being like an energetic cesspool of lower, denser, yucky feeling energies that go along with all, the levels of, consciousness, like fear and greed and jealousy and apathy and just all that stuff that just doesn't even feel good in the body. Or you can choose to up level the energy in your body and walk around with that instead. It's really up to you. And they said, there are a lot of different ways to get into your body and to intentionally bring higher levels of energy and higher light into your body and anchor it into your cells. Some people do that through yoga. Some people might do that through running or through hiking in nature, things like that. And here the indication was also you can do that through pleasure. That pleasure is an incredible way of bringing it, especially when it's intentional, of bringing more light and higher frequencies of energy into the body, not just into the area of the body below the belt, but throughout the entire body, to where you can actually hold more of that throughout, all the cells throughout your entire body. They said, the basic gist that connection with the body, not disassociation from it, is important in this time of energetic transition and leveling up in our state of consciousness. We need to be able to bring these higher awarenesses in to our body. Our bodies aren't going anywhere. We're holding our higher states of consciousness in the body. And so we need to bring it in, to anchor it in, to embody these higher energies, embody more light literally in our physical body so that we can be those, like little walking beacons of light on the planet, because we're not only anchoring and embodying light for us, we're doing it for the earth at the same time. So there's an opportunity here to actually be of service. Um, they said that our bodies are incredibly effective and miraculous vehicles of light if we let them be. And that's really, the if we let them be thing. They also came in and said, that fully embodying light and transmuting dark through pleasure is particularly effective. They said, unfortunately, it has also been co opted as a tool to embody more dark when fear, abusive power, and non consensual domination and control is what drives the interaction. Obviously, my guides are talking about exactly the opposite of that, the idea of personal empowerment, enhancing and improving connection through love, through this idea of embodying light through pleasure. So, there's so much to say on this particular topic. But the point is, our bodies are critical for up leveling our level of consciousness. The more we can lean into what our bodies have to tell us, what they have to say to us, and also the light that they can hold, the better we can anchor higher levels of consciousness, higher frequencies of energy, and more light into our entire being, not just our spirit, but and our soul, but our entire being throughout every atom, every cell, every electron, the whole deal. Now, this is something, as you know, that they've been pushing me to teach. So I am having another free webinar coming up on Thursday, February 11th. So next week on Thursday, 7 p.m. If you're interested to know more about the path of pleasure, the idea of pleasure as a path to better understand the sacral energy, to better understand how to hold that, higher levels of energy throughout your entire body, how to allow it to fuel your connection with yourself, your connection with your partner, if you have one, even your connection with your soul and kind of your own soul's wisdom. That's what this is like an introduction to. So if you've got questions and you're curious to learn more, please, register. Come, it's an hour and a half of fun. You're going to learn something. I'm going to blush. You're going to see it, and we're all going to laugh. So, the last one we had last week was a lot of fun and really insightful. And I love the opportunity to have this conversation because I find that I always learn something too. It's an opportunity to be, a two-way conversation where I share, but I also learn, and I'm so grateful for that. So anyway, the details are down below. You can register if you're interested, but please know our bodies are such a gift. I mean, honestly, such a gift for our soul. I mean, when you think about, people talk about, the bodies being the temple of the soul, but when you think about that, it's not just a stagnant, staying in one place temple. These are like temple vehicles, for the soul that enable us to move around. And when we align our body with our heart and our mind and our spirit and allow all that good, yummy light and higher frequency energy to come in and really permeate every cell of our body, I'm telling you, life feels different. It feels better. I know this from experience. It feels better. And we have an opportunity to do even more good in the world when we embody more light in that way. So whether it's a path of pleasure or a path of yoga or hiking or, running or whatever, nothing says these paths have to be mutually exclusive, by the way. I enjoy many of them. So just think about how you might be able to use your body as a vehicle for holding even more light. If you're interested in the path of pleasure for doing that, A, it feels good, you know, and it helps hold more light. I would love to have that conversation and the opportunity to chat. So on this first day of February, we've got Valentine's Day coming up. Perfect time for a little self-love, right? Hey, path of pleasure, connecting with the soul seems appropriate. Anyway, have a great night. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Remember always that you are loved and you are invited to pay that love forward. Have a great night.